you want to see the best racing action, look for it on Mud Racing Now today.
This is Mud Racing Now.
Welcome back, everybody. Here I am in the studio as usual. Gene is riding down the road headed to Loretta Lynn's ranch. What are you doing there, Gene?
What's happening, everybody? Well, so I'm going to TMMR, Tennessee Motorcycle Music Revival, and for the weekend I'll be running one of the campgrounds, making sure everybody gets their campers into their sites the right way. And then once everybody's set in place, I get to party a little bit.
Heck yeah.
But,
well, that's another reason we're starting, what are we early now? About 10 minutes early?
Yeah, we're a few minutes early. But
yeah.
Once I cross over the mountain, I will lose signal. And the crew we have, they are waiting on me to get there, because we're going to go down into Waverly, Tennessee for Mexican dinner tonight. And
Mexican in Tennessee.
Yeah, so we're going into the little town of Waverly, Tennessee. Now, over the last couple years, I think it was 3 years ago. Well, last year I can tell you, last year they were flooded out 3 times in the matter of 2 weeks. That they had to rebuild the sandbar or the gravel creek bed along the Hurricane River or Hurricane Creek along the property. So, for those that don't know, Loretta Lynn's Ranch is where they have the AMA Nationals event, which I think is June or July.
Right.
They'll have the big AMA Nationals race.
Motocross race, right?
Yep, motocross. Anybody in motocross got their start racing at Loretta Lynn's. So
that was a cool place. We had a good time when we went that time.
Yeah. So this is out of 4 years, this is my 3rd time. I missed my 2nd year. I missed it because mom had fell and broke her shoulder, so I didn't make it my 2nd year. But this is my 3rd year out of 4 years, and
he might not make it this long, guys. What's up, Travis? That's why we started a little early tonight, right here, because he might not make it. He might. I think we done lost old Gene that quick.
I'm here. You got me?
Yeah, barely. You're coming in and out, but we already knew this was going to happen. That's kind of, that's kind of why we did a little early.
People can hear me or not.
No.
Don't have comments up. No.
Nah, you're breaking up pretty bad. Anyway, well, we'll keep going till you're gone, and there he goes. And then there was me and this little thing right there they put in my room. I don't know what that is. It ain't the cheese puff that I had. Oh.
Am I back?
You back good now.
Hey, I am an hour west of Nashville.
Right. Which I'll be in Knoxville next week.
Yep.
So, look here. We got to figure out what's going on with the timer gods in South Carolina.
I'm telling you, I had a talk with Rhett that they spent 3 weeks busting.
They did
to get the timers Branchville, and you know what? The timer gremlin jumped in there at the last second and messed everything up. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why, but I had a long talk with Rhett that it's not like look here. There is no sanctioning body these tracks. They're not full-time racetracks. I mean, yes, they are full-time racetracks, but this is all new to everybody in that they're having to set up the timer systems, the lighting systems. This is all new to them in the last 2 years, really, in the last 2 years, because they want to improve the sport. They want to improve the sport, and so in improving the sport, they need to have the timer systems and the light and the drag racing trees, and so everybody's learning. Everybody is learning about all this.
That's us too.
It's not like they're, it's not like they're all professional NHRA or IHRA drag racers, or officials. So everybody has a regular full-time job, and so they're doing what they can.
And Palmetto was just the rain. The rain got it, and then I think they had one eye. One eye was not communicating with the other side at Branchville, and that's all it took.
Yep.
Levy Bubba Lily is in the house. He said, "What's up, fellas?"
What's up, Levy?
James Calburl, I think I might butcher his name. He's in. Hey, buddy. Yeah, because like I said, we're a little early, and that's why Gene won't be with us that long. And so then we had the rain, the threat. Man, these meteorologists around here need to go back to school or something, dude.
Every single one of them needs to be fired. Every single one needs to be fired because they got it completely wrong.
Well, they got today wrong. We were under a first alert weather all day today, looking for severe thunderstorms, and we got a little wind, but that's all I've got. I don't know about anybody else in our area, but they should have said scattered showers. So anyway, so Palmetto had rain. Branchville had that, put us off about an hour and a half, and then I think the rain discouraged some of the guys from coming.
So Rick George out of Georgia, they come 5, 6, 7 hours to come up and race.
Right.
And when the meteorologist is saying it's 90% chance of rain, and he's bringing Rick George shows up. He shows up with 3 trucks. He's bringing $500,000 worth of trucks. Literally, he's bringing $500,000 worth of trucks every time he comes to race. And that's just the race trucks. They don't have the support to go with them. So I can understand why he didn't come. I can understand why. If anybody looked at the weather and goes, it's a 90% chance of rain. Yes, we're gonna run rain or shine. But I can also understand why people didn't come because of that 90% chance to rain.
I agree, but we did have a bunch of good guys show up.
We had a lot of good competition show up. Man, it was a lot of fun at dirt drags. The heads-up racing was really good.
Yep. Overall, it went fine, and they just used the timer system instead, because they had a spare timer. It just wasn't the whole Christmas tree drag race style. It was drop the arms, go, and I think BT had a light set up manual.
They had a light set up manual, and the way it worked is you had a stage, you had a pre-stage, stage, and then it was like a 3 second drop that it would go green. It also had a red light, so you could red light it.
Oh.
But it was actually a nice little system that he had.
It stresses them out, all us out, whenever tracks have hiccups like that.
Oh, it does.
Because because racers are there to race and spectators are there to see a race, and here you are floundering around with anything. It's always something at every track, so they're not immune.
Yep.
Immune to it. We had some skill.
There are nuances. There are nuances that will bite you at every single race event, and I think it comes down to just how well you are at covering it up.
Right. Well, right. How much to fill the dead time up? Hammer had a good race.
Hammer had a real good race. It was Hammer, Ball Peen, and oh boy,
Louis Lumley.
they had-
Wasn't it Louis?
nope.
Oh.
In the outlaw class. Nope, it was a third guy. In that gray Chevy. The gray Chevy. So I'm just now getting off of I-40 here.
Oh, the gray Chevy that he had a electrical issue.
Brand new Chevy. Brand new Chevy.
First run.
We did an interview with him.
Yep.
Did an interview with him. Oh gosh, doggone it. Jay Poole.
That sounds right. But
Jay Toole.
his first run.
Toole. Jay Toole. So Jay Toole built it. Bubba
And
was supposed
Bubba.
to be the driver, but they ended up having, I think, a young man. I think it might have been one of their
Right.
sons. I think Bubba's son was the one that drove it.
Right. And then it didn't shift. Then they got that fixed. So they had a I don't know, that was more of a shakedown run for him.
Yep.
I mean,
But so they had 3 trucks in the Outlaws.
Tool. J Tool.
Tool.
Resurrection
J. Toole.
Racing's in the house. Welcome
Yep,
back,
J.
guys.
Bubba was supposed to drive it, but I think Bubba's son was the one that actually drove it. And then
Resurrection,
Jay,
what did you guys take home? I know they won some hardware because I've seen pictures.
They took home a couple of trophies, didn't they?
Yeah.
Maggie won, and
Did she win in the mud pit, or she went on the straight, or both?
I think she won in the mud pit. I think.
That's what I thought because it looked like late night races.
You know
Hey,
what,
Gary
Blake,
Pierce.
Blake, that's something we're going to have to work on maybe a little better of finding out who all the winners are.
Yeah.
So that when we have our show on Monday night, we can be sure that we know what we're talking about.
Well, if we could even get the tracks to take a screenshot or take a picture and send it to us, you know.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
We kind of still working on getting the tracks to kind of get excited and embrace us. I mean, they are, but I'm talking about we got to figure out a way to communicate with the tracks. Okay, somebody dropped out, somebody's in. I'd love to be able to announce who's up and all their times and who's in the lead and all, and that was our mission, but we haven't figured out how to accomplish the mission yet. We're still working on it.
I know
Resurrection Racing.
When we were down in Cobbtown, they gave me a race sheet, so I had the running order for everybody at Cobbtown.
Yeah, they were spot on for you for that at Cobbtown.
Yep.
But their tower setup was pretty cool though. It was right there where you were standing.
Ground level, right there in the middle.
Hey, Resurrection Racing, they got third on mid tire, second on big tire for Maggie, and Chuck placed in consistency. So they had a good day. That was a good day for you guys. I was glad. I was glad to see Maggie come out and have a whole successful race, and Genesis was doing well.
They were able to get her tracks. You know?
We just have to kind of interpret what he's saying. Oh, you locked up again, Bubba.
Oh, all right. Well, you're going to lose me.
That's all right. Well, if we do, have a good weekend.
I'll catch you.
All right, bud. Go have a good one.
We'll talk.
Yeah. He froze up, Gary. I just bumped him off. How about that? But anyway, he froze. Gary, we had to start a little early because of that. We knew he was getting close to Loretta Lynn's ranch where there's no service. I don't know why they don't have can they have a tower on top of the mountain? I don't know. People always ask me, can y'all do this? Can y'all do that? So whatever. But anyway, that was pretty good racing in Branchville, even though, like I said, some late starts and some slow shows. So maybe we promote that thing a little harder next time or do something to get some more trucks and make sure they're there. Chance of rain don't ever help anybody, man. Especially those fast trucks with open hoods and all that good stuff. Charlie Sellers is watching. Mr. Charlie Sellers, the hardest working man I know in West Virginia. So when you coming down, Charlie, what's your plans? Come on, man. There's some good races coming up. You got the team challenge coming up at Palmetto this year. That's the one I want to see you guys come at, because there's going to be some fast trucks. At least that's my plan on that deal. So our next race that we got coming up is going to be in Orangeburg, South Carolina on the 22nd and the 23rd. The 22nd, they're going to be racing beater cars that afternoon. And then the 23rd, full racing with all classes. And look what I just found. I'm going to put this up, guys. Give us something to look at. I was wondering, Gary, you was kind of quiet during the race, which we did pretty good. We covered all of the flat track, but because they started an hour and a half late, all of our crew got there at 11. So when they get there, we have to kind of start the clock. They kind of punch the clock, if you know what I mean. So me and Gene's got a little budget that we've based on t-shirt sales. So if anybody don't know, t-shirts and merchandise, all that money goes to paying our staff, because what we're trying to do it better and better, but we couldn't do it without some people to run these cameras for us. You know, I'm in the van, Gene's doing that, and either we got one camera with Gene or we don't, or we pay guys. And I'd rather pay guys because I want to put on a good show. Probably not going to Ivy Bluff that I know of right now. You say you're going to try to get our next Palmetto race? The next Palmetto race is coming up. Coming up soon. I'll get you that date here in a minute. You probably already know it. But here I got Resurrection Racing posted a video on the Facebook. I was going to watch it. I haven't watched it yet. There you go. There you go. Now I don't have both screens set up tonight, so I'm having to fight it. Boy, she made that look easy. She made that look easy that night. I mean, woof, right through. She should have done that in Palmetto. Should have won it all. That's some dedicated young lady there, and she can actually drive. I seen her in Orangeburg. Actually, when the small block couldn't handle her lead foot, and it kind of popped, but she was driving the hang out of that truck. Yeah, that was a nice run. We didn't get to cover the mud pit. That's what I was saying earlier. We kind of reached our limit right before as they were switching to the mud pit, so we kind of had to go. The next, Charlie, the flat track race, I'll get Gene to message you, because we're still trying to get him to nail down the exact date for that flat track. They hadn't run it yet. All they did is a practice run. And they brought in, I think Rick George brought in some of his trucks because they wanted to test the shutdown lane, make sure there was plenty. So they came, they ran those trucks, made some suggestions, and they worked on getting that fixed. Now the last thing he had to do is finish the timing light, the dreaded timing light, which has been giving everybody hell lately. So if anybody's a timing light expert, go see Patrick at Palmetto. And maybe Rhett and BT at Branchville, because that's almost two. Yeah, that actually is 2 races in a row that the timing light gremlin has peered his nasty little head as much as money as these guys spend, and try to do everything right, and then you got one little hiccup. It always sucks on that. So anyway, Orangeburg is 22nd and 23rd, 2-day race. I was trying to find that when I run across Maggie's run. So, Orangeburg Mud Bog. And they got a big old flyer this time. Everybody's embracing the everybody's embracing this Chat GPT thing. There you go. Now I got to come back over here where I can read it. May 22nd and 23rd, Friday night kickoff. Gates open at 5 p.m. Racing starts at 7 p.m. Under the lights, that's beater car racing. And if y'all have never been there and seen beater car racing, that is some fun redneck time. I love it. It's actually good. I'm trying to read, y'all. I can't hardly chew bubble gum and walk. So which truck was that, Thomas? Riding Dirty? I do have that video. I don't think it was on the live stream, but I do have it, so I will get it pulled as soon as I hadn't even been through all the video yet. But I remember seeing it launch from behind. So the way it works, in case everybody didn't know, what's up, Mr. David Hewlett? How you doing, buddy? I just told him you had a good day Saturday, man. That big block Toyota, or that truck with a Toyota body. How much Toyota left on that thing, David? So, hell, I done forgot what I was talking about. I got sidetracked with the behind the thing. I got old timers sometimes, but that beater car racing, that's a good time. That's a good fun time. Them guys come out there and just, there's no care. Like, who cares? You know, race, run, bump, whatever it takes. So that's going to be a good time. And one day I'll get back in front of the camera with Gene, and that's where I was going with it. So the way it works, Thomas, is every one of those cameras are being recorded in the van, whether they're on the screen or not. So everything they see is recorded. So even if it wasn't on the live stream when you seen Gene behind you with that camera, it was recorded. So I'll get it pulled. I'm trying to get him. It's just kind of hard to jump behind them trucks. I want to set up some GoPros one day on each side of the trucks, and then one behind them. So sometime or another, you guys might need that video for tuning purposes, you know. But that's down the line. We're doing good to get what we got going. Because William, I just told them guys that we couldn't stay because the other guys we had, you know, we got 3 more employees that we actually pay. We, you know, me and Gene's the volunteers, and they started at 11, and we've based our hours on for our average merchandise sales, because they pretty much get that, all goes to them, you know, with exception of the cost of the shirts, of course. But so we kind of, now we've got a feel for what we're going to average at each race. So that's how long we run. That's all there is to it, because I don't have the kind of money to be pulling them out my pocket almost every week. So it is what it is. Mud racing now is thankfully self-sufficient. It doesn't cost us any money. It just costs Gene and I time. But that's just the way it is. Maybe one day, man, when I grow up, that answered your question. And I told you, Thomas, the camera, so I'll get that pulled. Let's see, Charlie Sellers, I'm going to try to get Billy Brooks in that Pretty Car Show truck. Oh, that'd be awesome. If y'all guys come down, well, William, talk to Gene and I later on. We'll talk about it. If y'all make a West Virginia trip down, we need to get together before the race or something, man. Some of you guys are a long way away, and we talk to you every week, and hell, we want to spend an hour or two hanging out. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate it, David. That's the first time I got to meet you face to face, I think. I've met so many people over 9 years, but I've always been cooped up at the timing booth at Palmetto. And I turned into a pumpkin about 11 o'clock. So when that race got through, I was packed up and gone faster than Elvis Presley in a flash. So now, we still get out of there, but y'all know I'm stuck in that van, but it'll be all right. As soon as I find me somebody that can help me out with the van a little bit, running, I'm going to get out of that van and hang out and go around and talk to you guys some more. Stuff like that. So, Orangeburg Mud Bog. Then we're going to move over to Saturday for the main event. Gates open at 10 o'clock. Now, you guys coming with your trucks and your trailers, if you need to be there early, y'all get a hold of one of the hares at Orangeburg and they can work it out for you. So, the gate's going to open at 10, and then racing starts at 1. Hopefully. Have y'all ever seen a race start exactly when it was advertised? Or I just hit all the slow ones? Because I've run races, and it's hard. It's so hard to keep it going. They be on schedule and prompt. Alright, full day of mud balking. So if y'all want to go to weekend pass, I don't know how it works for racers. Y'all pay to get in as well as the entry fee? I think so. Thank you, Gary Pierce. We appreciate it, man. I thought Saturday looked pretty good on the screen. Not too often. I thought Saturday looked pretty good. I got the audio fixed. If anybody go back and see it, could y'all tell the audio was better during race day than it had been? It had been really garbled. And that's why you hadn't seen me on the cameras, because I've been trying to figure that out. So what I have to do, good luck starting on time. All right, it's not me. I'm not throwing stones. I'm just calling a duck a duck. It seems like every race is hard to get started on time. We're just going to chalk that into just the way it is. So anyway, here it went again. Lost that train of thought. Back to it. Weekend pass, $40 adults, $20 for teens. And that's from Friday night till Saturday night. Friday only, $20, $10 for teens. Saturday only, $25, $15 for teens. 12 and under is always free all weekend long. And of course, it's hosted by Snowman Racing. So they're going to have all classes of mud trucks. They're going to do side-by-side racing and timed runs. I haven't seen that yet. Is a lot of other tracks do that? Because it's actually something I'd like to see Palmetto do. But, Gavin and them tell me the insurance man don't like it. So I don't know how it all works, that part of it in the track. But that seems like that would be a popular thing these days. Because, every time you turn around, somebody's pulling a side-by-side up and down the road. Thank you, Gary Pierce. Everybody share, man. That's what it takes. Our channel's steady growing. It's steady growing. I've been a little slack about posting more stuff lately because I'm trying to do a couple of polished, edited videos. So in the afternoons, the few hours in the afternoons I sit down and been working on that with Mr. Sergio, our camera guy, on that kind of stuff. So, yes, help share and help it get grown. But the side-by-side scenes are cool. The only thing I don't like about side-by-sides is, I guess because it's an ATV, people want to tend to act a little fooler with them. And, man, they'll hurt you just as much as a truck will. They don't have 1,000 horsepower, but they'll hurt you. So I kind of get that point as well. So it's horseshoe and a paperclip course. I like that. Now, last time I was in Orangeburg, he run that, and it just gives the more seat time to you guys, and it seems to give spectators a lot more run time. It's not a 4-second run, They're running more like almost a minute, 40, 30, 40, 50, that's how fast the truck is. Through 2 pits. So I like that paperclip. That's pretty cool. Horseshoe, consistency class, driver versus the clock, and non-stop action all weekend is what it says. Tailgate spaces are available for $30 every Friday night, $40 Saturday night, $60 for all weekend. That'll pretty much cover that. And that's where that Mud Racing Now is going to be next, guys. So, y'all, come on out. Please support these tracks. Without the tracks, we don't have races. Without the racers, we don't have races. So, it takes both of you to get it done. And that's our whole purpose here, is to promote these tracks. Let Orangeburg know. So share this. If you're in our area, share it to a local group. Share it to the Charleston local groups and the Berkeley counties and anywhere you think spectators live that they can drive there, and they'll probably come and patronize these tracks. So, what do y'all think? Guys, it's getting to be a slow night. I don't have the Mouth of the South with me, our lovable Gene. So then that leaves me, Struggle Bus, by myself. So, May 22, 23, what is this? I'm still looking at their flyers. Whatever they're doing here. May Mud Madness, May 22nd. Same race. But this is kind of like, seems to have more of the side-by-side stuff. All side-by-sides and ATVs need a safety flag on the vehicle. Oh, I got it. It's an advertisement for that. So, you got to have an orange flag on any ATV or side-by-side this that weekend, the 22nd and 23rd. And they'll say they'll have a few flags for sale if you don't have one. But bring your own. If not, they're $20 each. Snowman Racing flags, too. Heck, I might want one of them just to have it. Glad that was on there because I didn't know that. Bring your own orange flag like on the sand dune drags. Gary Pierce said they do side-by-side races up in Maine. How does that work out? I mean, is it pretty good? I think they're getting pretty fast. People know how to act. What you think about it, Gary? Exactly, so the trucks can see them. I hope they ain't all running around together. I know that's the flags is on the old sand dune, so when you go over a sand dune, you'll see somebody before you hit them. He said it's good. That's good. So this will be my first one to go to. I might have to go get me a old side-by-side. I don't have old side-by-side. I went around today, this afternoon. I got family visiting from Nevada. I put them in my old Toyota. I don't know how many of y'all know it. I got an old Tacoma, 95 Tacoma. And we went out to Francis Berry National Forest and just rode and rode and rode. Ended up in McClellanville, Allendale. Went to the Seaweed restaurant and showed her some seafood and stuff like that. But I took off a few times and dumped the clutch, if Patrick's watching, because Patrick does all the work on my old truck. And it made a hell of a grinding sound in the rear end. So I might have some splines popping or something back there. I don't know. So I got to pull into the shop and pull some axles out and check it out. Because, you know, when you hear those funky noises in your truck, you got to do it again to make sure where it came from. So I hit it again. It's doing some kind of funky growl grind in the back. But it's only when I do it, like, quick, like dump the clutch. Because I was trying to cross a highway that time when I did it. And it went to, and I was like, what the hell? So, but good thing about that Toyota, I can pull them axles out in about 30 minutes. Check the ends of them, see what they look like. And if anybody in Somerville knows how to set up gears, let me know. She may need some gears. I need some 529s in that thing. Because I was already riding down the road today, and I was like, fifth gear is almost useless. And then I noticed that my speedometer was like 8 miles an hour off because I had the GPS up. I was like, oh, well, I guess fifth gears might be good. So anyway, anything good going on there? Anything else, guys? I'm looking through the comments, make sure I got everybody. Because it's we only been on for 30 minutes, but wasn't a whole lot to cover tonight. Like I said, it was so quick in Branchville. It was some good racing. It was absolutely some good racing down there. I just didn't pull all the video yet, so I can show it to you and we can talk about it better. So, if that's it, I might call it a night, guys, because that's about all I got anyway. We needed to mostly touch base and let you know we'll be back, plus we just want to show up. Try not to miss a Monday night. I don't care if I'm on here for 5 minutes or for an hour and 20 minutes. At least you know we're here. Gary said it's a growing sport with the side-by-sides. Blaine Kilby says that is going to be a huge class soon. He thinks it's going to grow, Gary, right into a regular class just like the outlaw class at these tracks. So, and that's good, but my God, you're going to have, as long as it's fast ones, because I'm sitting there thinking out loud, those bog ones that run, oh my God, what are they running, guys? 54-inch tall tires? What's it going to take to bog that thing down? A 9-foot hole? I want to see them put some paddle tires on all 4 ends and hit it. I know they run nitrous, but they're so lightweight they skim. It is at the barnyard. Well, and do they skim across the mud, Gary? Those fast ones? Because that's what they look like. I've seen a guy doing a four-wheeler. I know I keep looking down at this thing. I should be looking at the camera. But I know they do them on the four-wheelers, and they go across ponds and just skim with nitrous on a four-wheeler. How many of them things they pop? I put nitrous in that Toyota. That's a lie. That Toyota got 377,000 miles on it, on the original motor, 3.4 V6. Hey, ain't got but 180 horsepower-ish, but got reliability. Got reliability. All right, guys, I'm going to knock it off. We will see y'all again on the Monday night. Just do a hill and hole. Got it. Well, maybe you can come down here and when you come and teach these boys how to do it. So we'll be back Monday night. So Monday night I'll have video pulled from Branchville, individual runs. I will try to find that behind the truck shot for you, Thomas, and we'll go over everything as well as we'll send that to you. Just don't let me forget. I'll send it to you so you'll have it. So Monday night we'll go over a little bunch of detail with some video and stuff like that. And then the next race, look for us on the 23rd. The race is the 22nd and the 23rd. But I will be out of town that Friday and back in town Friday night for Saturday morning. So the live stream will take place Saturday morning. And the beater car Friday night, I think Gene said he's still going to go take some videos of it. So that's cool. Take some videos. And even if he takes videos, I know Gene and y'all know him by now. He'll go live. You'll see some beater cars beating. It won't be the full production, but it'll be live. So until then, we'll see y'all. I will take a minute and thank. I had to do this. My brain. Y'all notice how there's a little squirrel up there? John's Truck Service. I have to always remember my sponsors, because without them, we would have never got this thing off the ground, guys. All those sponsors you see, every penny they gave us is in that van and in those guys' hands. We'd have never went this far without them. So thanks, guys, for believing in us at John's Truck Service, 2Gen Solutions, Superior Paint and Body, Ace Truckers, Cooper Chiropractic, Wide Open Performance, McCarn Heating and Air, Palmetto Mudway, and All About Mud. Ace Truckers, real quick, before I do get off, even though I said them, anybody's got a track, Branchville, Patrick, Orangeburg don't need them, but Tyndall Farms and all. Ace Truckers also has bought 2 sets of massive bleachers for rent. They pull like a 5th-wheel trailer. He pulls up, pulls out his little remote control, and I'm telling you, they are the trickiest thing I've seen in a long time. In 15 minutes, you got a 450-person bleacher set up, and he's got 2 of those. So If y'all need to rent some bleachers to get some more asses in seats, there you go. Call Ace Truckers and talk to them about some bleacher rentals. Until then, we will talk to y'all a little later, man. Thank y'all so much for coming.